Hey everyone, it's Bevin, and we're here at the Lesbian Tea Basket. I'm joined tonight by my friend Jessie Dress, uh, all the way from Austin, Texas. Through the miracle of modern Skype recording side by side magic, it's like we're on Hardball on Fox News, except we're not, um, you know, assholes.
And it's about tea.
And it's about tea, and it's lesbians reclaiming tea parties. It's real. So tonight, I'm really excited about this. This is like taking the tea basket to a whole new level.
I'm so excited to be part of it.
And originally, since Jessie's from Austin, Texas, I brought out a Texas mug. I actually changed mugs 3 times. This one is the one I settled on because it matches her mug, which I thought was very femme. I think it might be the femmest thing I did all day.
I agree.
And
well, that's what you did all day.
That's true. But I mean, and I did spend a day wearing a little sparkly blue bird in my hair.
I didn't even notice that earlier. It's so cute.
Well, no, it sort of blends into the background of my room and all the shiny, dangly things that happen back there. But it's true. It matched my blue dress, and I was into it. So tonight, the tea that I'm drinking is PG Tips. Can you see? Oh, there we go. Okay, so PG Tips is it claims to be England's #1 tea on the box. And I will say that when I was introduced to PG Tips originally, it was when I was working as a Girl Scout camp counselor, and we had international staff that worked with us, and they were always talking about PG Tips, PG Tips, PG can't get any PG Tips, right? They were really intent on it, and like some of them like had, and this was like for years, like so different groups of international counselors like hawking the same tea. And some of them would have also Cadbury's chocolate too. They were into that. And so some of them had their moms send care packages with PG Tips in it.
Wow.
And so one year I just decided to get on the bandwagon. And ever since, it's really been my favorite black tea. Like, it's so good. I don't know what it is about it. They have these special pillow shaped, they're like, it's like a little triangle thing. It's like a pyramid, actually. They're pyramid pouches of tea. And they make a good solid tea. I put milk and sweetener in mine. I'm using the Truvia.
Ooh, how do you like it?
I actually really like it. I don't find there to be an aftertaste. I think I don't like it any better or worse than Splenda, but I like the ingredients in Truvia better than Splenda. So apparently Truvia is like all natural. It's made from dehydrated tea, I think.
It's made from stevia, right?
But yeah. I think stevia or stevia, I don't know how it's pronounced. I think that's a tea.
Oh.
It's a
I never knew.
Yeah. So PG Tips, I think, is good. I mean, it's basically like, it's also because we were talking to a Texan tonight. It's the biggest tea box I have. It's got 80 bags in it. And I really committed to it when I bought this box of PG Tips. Because it also makes the best iced tea, in my opinion.
That's really important.
It is. If you're going to get a black tea, it's got to be a hearty enough black tea that it can make a good iced tea.
Yeah. And in Texas especially, I think it's important because it's iced tea weather all year.
That's true. So. That's the magic of Texas, really. I mean, there are many magical things about Texas, but
it's true.
Always having the weather to have iced tea is really awesome.
It's true. I agree.
Okay, so in the Lesbian Tea Basket, I talk a lot about the box and whether the content of the tea, both taste-wise and the box, warms your soul.
Okay.
And basically, PG Tips just talks about, ways to enjoy it at its best. And then, let's see. It actually has really good instructions, because I find that if I'm using, because some tea bags like really will go for like a lot of water, but PG Tips is really best in like a small cup, like just one bag for this cup, and you really want to up your bags the bigger the cup is. So if I'm using PG Tips to go in my to-go mug, I'll throw 2 bags in there. So it does say if you're using a teapot, you should add an extra bag for the pot. It talks about its special pyramid tea bag. And then, let's see, and that says it has 50% more room to move around. And then it
Ooh.
gives its origin story, which is not uncommon for British tea. A lot of British teas talk about their origin stories. But it's not very soul warming specifically. Like they don't really. It's another no nonsense English tea. Like it's just tea. We're really not into it to make you feel better about yourself. But I think because I have a Girl Scout story that goes with it, that feels
It
soul
was
warming
totally
to me.
soul warming.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna give it 4.5 labradorite for taste because it tastes so good. Oh my god. It's also late at night, which is really late for me to be. I mean, it's 8:30 here, but that's late for me to be drinking caffeine. But I fell asleep at a coffee shop today, so.
Oh, okay. So you'll probably be all right.
Exactly. Like I was sort of worried when I got home at 7:30. I was like, am I gonna fall asleep like now? Because I could.
Sometimes it's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. It has been a sort of stressful time. Jessie, it's still it's quote winter where you are.
Yes.
And you're having some experience with some leggings you were telling me about.
Yes, I am. I recently purchased some leggings from Old Navy in a my legging plight was severe and I wanted leggings to wear with ankle boots, and so I bought some leggings, ordered them online because that's the way apparently. And then when they arrived, I got three colors, black and brown and purple. That was my wild card color. And then they were all like 4 inches above my ankles. I'm 5'9", but I still don't think it's okay. So I'm still in search of the perfect Texas weight legging.
Texas weight. I like
I
that.
hear I should try taggings.
Yes, taggings from the redress, which sadly are not available online, but soon they will be.
It'll be so.
I know. I like that the taggings like really have a lot of. I mean, because they like stretch anyway, like the way they're built. That they are really forgiving both to the tall and to the short amongst us.
I like it, like the idea, like it's not just four-way stretch, like we hear all the time now about like I bought some jeggings at Torrid that were like four-way stretch, and they were like some brand that I was like, my butt's never gonna fit in this, but then it was super, and I was like, I'm wearing pants. I never wear pants. They even have butt pockets, but like four-way stretch is not the same as like always stretch.
Yes, that's true. Like something that does not have a seam or has very minimal seams is pretty much a miracle. Because I think the only seam I'm wearing taggings right now, so I'm feeling the only seam is like literally up from the ankles all the way to the middle. Like it's built like a tight, but it's a legging. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yes, taggings.
Awesome.
Jessie Dress.
Yes.
As you know, we have the internet to keep us connected.
We do.
But before the internet, lesbians had to communicate through other alternative means.
Ooh.
And myself, like many other lesbians across the globe, are just today opening their brown paper packages to find their copy of Lesbian Connection. Yes, this is the fresh cover, hot off the presses. There's different lesbian art in every issue on the cover. And this month it is it looks like some sort of clay pot that is shaped like a bowl with a kitchen sink faucet thing in there and an egg.
Oh, I thought that egg was something else. My bad.
Yes, no, this is Lesbian Connection. Let's keep this PG.
Okay.
But it's amazing, and it's free to lesbians worldwide, and you know that it's real because that's curly Q font.
That's curls right there, made on a Mac. Yeah.
Exactly, made on a Mac like 8 years ago.
I mean, we still have that font, but nobody should use it. Yeah. I mean, except for Lesbian Connections.
Lesbian Connection can still use it because they're probably still using a Mac from 8 years ago. Because it is lesbian run and it is free to lesbians worldwide, though there is a suggested donation.
So can I get it even though like I'm a queer lady who's not lesbian identified? What's the deal?
Well, here's the thing. While I identify as queer, sexually, I do identify as lesbian culturally. So I felt no qualms about signing up for Lesbian Connection when I signed up for it. I forget where I was. It was like either at the Michigan Women's Music Festival or like at the Lesbians in the 70s conference I went to.
I love your life, Bevin.
I just try to keep it let's be honest. But so I don't know where I picked it or I signed up for, but it was definitely at a booth staffed by real lesbians. And they did not ask for a lesbian card. They
Okay.
did not ask for any paraphernalia, and they didn't look at me twice and think that I wasn't a lesbian, even though I'm femme. So, like, you know, because the average person walking down the street doesn't necessarily understand me to be a lesbian, even though I am a total les. But I think if someone was attuned to the trappings of femininity, nobody who dresses this much like a drag queen is not a femme, I think.
Truth.
I mean, maybe some people. I'm sure there's always exceptions, but I just feel like that would be a huge tip off to me. I'd be like, that's a femme walking by with all that eyeshadow on at noon. You know.
Pretty much.
So this is Lesbian Connection. I have some friends who like to read it aloud to each other because basically the way that Lesbian Connection works is it's people who write letters into the ambitious Amazons who then print them in their magazine. And it has long been a fond creative dream of mine to start writing letters to Lesbian Connection, and I think I'm making the commitment now that I have this lesbian webcast to start writing them letters.
You should totally do it. I've taken up letter writing recently.
Yeah, who have you written letters to?
I'm committing to writing letters to long distance friends. I was actually writing one right before you chatted me on some really awesome stuff on my cat stationery. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And for the holidays, but not like for Christmas, but like for what I'm embracing as the holiday season, which is going to be like ending in New Year's. I've decided that I'm gifting people love letters and mixtapes and like courting love letters and mixtapes in return. So if anybody, you know.
I'll totally send you a mix CD. I could send you a mixtape, Jessie Dress. I still have like 1 or 2 cassettes like floating around in my drawer for the opportunity when I might want to make a cassette tape.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I don't know if it still works to record. I've had it like probably since college, but like, and that's 10 years, but
it's still in the wrapper though?
It's still in the wrapper. I don't know. Like, it's moved cross country with me. Like, this is so real. Like, and I moved cross country 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. By mixtapes, I mean, I don't remember mixtapes. Like, let's be real, I made like 2 before tapes were over.
Yeah.
But I think mixtapes and love letters sounds better than mixed CDs and love letters.
Yes, absolutely. I think people understand the spirit of the mixtape is what.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I look forward to mixtapes and love letters and drinking more tea with you, Jessie Dress. Here, let's cheers long distance this way.
Okay.
Cheers. Thanks, Tea Basketeers. How do I hang up on this?